Hello farmers and welcome back to Chambergo. We got the setup all ready to go for cutting our grass field, and that's what we're going to be starting with today. Making some lovely silage bales, or right now there's going to be bales of grass that are wrapped. But there will be silage bales in a month's time. Watch out for my tractor. Yep, just scratch the hood a little bit, that's fine. It'll buff right out. Let's lower down all of the equipment, please. I said lower the equipment, please. Thank you very much. So, oh yeah, we also want to put this into swath dropping mode. Everything here we have is owned except for the butterfly mower because, well, that's rather expensive. But I do have some good news, I guess. I've been looking for a bigger direct drill that does seeding and fertilizing, and one came out on the mod hub today. And it's not like I'm going to go out and buy it because we don't need to be drilling anytime soon. But for next year, for sure, we will probably want to use it. Let me go ahead and get myself a worker here, hopefully. There we go. You're tied into the Vultra, and Francine is going to be doing it. Did I put the pickup down? Does that look like it's down? I think it's down. Oh, but I did not turn on... Hang on, let me dismiss her. I did not turn on automatic drop. Where is that? Where's the automatic drop button? It is Z, or Z, depending on where you're from. Alright, get you back hooked up to the Vultra. Yes, you are good to go. Yeah, in the mod hub today, I had a couple that are downloaded, just to be sure. First was the Vaterstad. I think I looked at this one before. It is a direct drill, but it does not fertilize as it drills. The Stara, like I said, it came out today. It's Monday, if you're wondering. So for you, it would be a couple days ago by now. So it's 136,000. It's a 9.7, which is a bump up from the 6 meter wide. It's not quite the 12 that I'm looking for, but it is a direct drill and does seed and fertilizer. So I would like to get my hands on that at some point. But for today, in the month of June here, we're going to be starting off, like I said, cutting up this grass field, making silage bales. And then, of course, we got to bale up the straw from the oat field that we did. And also move on to the month of August, where I do believe the wheat and barley fields will be ready. Well, maybe the barley field, maybe not the wheat field. Not quite sure on that. But we'll have to see. I'm not going to get to harvesting both fields today, probably just one during the episode. Again, I got to go rather slow on cutting the grass because that tractor, it does okay for... I mean, normally it does fine for baling, but on a steep hill like this, it's really asking a lot of that tractor. Someday, I mean, I do have the other tractor right down there, the Crystal Zader. I could be using that. That has a little bit more horsepower than the same Virtuous tractor. But I'm trying to use all the tractors that we have. So, if it can do the job, it'll be just fine. I will want to fertilize this grass field after we get done mowing. I did fertilize this field, I hope. Yeah, looks like I did by the yield. So, yeah, first job is wrap up these grass bales that we're making. Oh, I did not set the counter, so I know how many bales I got. Well, the good news is I just logged on, so I can always go to the stats page and see how many bales I made today before I move on to the straw. So, because the bales are going to roll. Not much we can do about it. We got round bales. They're going to roll. So I'll probably have to look at the stats page. We'll roll them up, get them off the field, because you can damage the grass field by driving in it with crop destruction turned on. I don't know if that's a new thing in Farming Simulator 25 altogether, or is it just on Chambergo. I haven't done a grass field in a while. So, but ever since I've been on Chambergo, when I drive in the grass field, when it's ready for harvest, it knocks it back a stage. So I think that's going to be something I just got to remember and keep my eye on for. But anyways, let's pop on the radio real quick, and we'll knock out this grass field. And once we get these bales wrapped up, we'll be heading over to the oat field, and yeah, we'll be not wrapping up the straw, but baling up the straw. I don't think I'll be selling the straw today. Obviously, middle of summer is probably going to be a bad price. I'm trying to keep my eye on that bale over there. All right, so it's going to be over by that big tree at some point. But I mean, if the price is somewhat decent, if I need the cash, then maybe I'll go ahead and sell it, but yeah, we'll worry about that when we get there. This is why I would like to buy a square baler. I keep forgetting, even though there's a beeper that lets me know that, hey, that we're almost full. I can't help myself. I just keep on going and forgetting I have to wait a second for it to unload. But even when I do, yeah, I'm still because we're baling so fast. I'm overshooting the straw swath a little bit, so I got to back up almost every time a bale unloads. So you may have seen in the time lapse, or maybe not, because it was rather quick, I'm sure, that we made 8 bales of grass. The last bale, of course, not quite a full one, but it was still, I would say it was maybe 80%. So we got 8 bales that we got to go over and wrap. You also may have saw in the time lapse that the first bale that came out rolled off the cliff and down into the side road. Luckily, there's no traffic that goes up and down that road. But I'm sure I may have a bale in the main road anyways. So we got 8 bales to go find and wrap, and then get them off the field. I also noticed when I was in the grass field that it was extremely over-fertilized. And I think what I ended up doing was, last time I fertilized the grass field, I think I fertilized it the same day I harvested the grass field, which is usually okay. But not with precision farming, because since the crop is technically harvested and not growing, it put down the max fertilizer because it sees no crop in the field, even though there's grass there. Kind of weird, but I think that's the way it's reading it. So I'm over fertilizing that field, so I don't really have to go fertilize the field again, I don't think. I'll double check when I go wrap up the bales here momentarily. I'm waiting for this baler to get full so I don't overshoot. Yeah, I also, when I backed up a couple times, got the the bale that was coming out back into the baler, but it doesn't seem to be where it causes an issue. I mean, it'll be inside the baler, but when it goes to dispense the other bale that I'm making, the original one that I put back in there, magically, it just spits out the side. So I was wondering if I was going to go flying across the map having 2 bales in there, but nope, everything seemed fine. I know my worker did it a couple times and it was okay. I was just wondering what I was going to do when I was doing it. Alright, so we're going to leave the straw in the baler, of course, because we'll have the, I think that's the barley field over there. Of course, we'll get straw from that. So let's drop off the baler. We'll go pick up the wrapper and see if I can go find these grass bales. How much straw am I getting off this field? That's what probably some are wondering. By the way, we ended up making 5 bales, but those are a lot bigger. Straw, we got about $8,000 worth of straw off the field. That's not bad for a byproduct. And yeah, I don't need straw for anything, so just going to go ahead and sell it at some point. Let's go ahead and we'll just drop the baler here. Now, when I harvest the barley and wheat, I'll probably have this tractor falling behind the harvester, and we'll bale the straw as we go. Right, down around the ear, because the wrapper is on this side of the farmyard. I was thinking during that whole mowing session that when I finally do buy field, I forgot what field number it is, but you know what field I'm probably talking about, 33. When I buy that one, I was thinking maybe for the first year or whatever, I make that as a grass field. That way I can profit more from when I lease the butterfly mower. I don't know, I'll have to wait and see. Once I get my hands on the field, then I'll think about it. So, yep, must be a bale in the road because all the traffic has stopped. I apologize to each and every one of you. We'll take care of this problem in just a moment. I turn on the automatic drop. And also bump it off to the side. So there's bale number 1. Let's go grab this one over here that rolled off the cliff. Yeah, I also returned the butterfly mower, so yeah, $8,400 to lease that thing to use it for about 5 minutes. There's that bale is going to be there. I could have turned off automatic drop and it would have stayed on the baler, but that's fine. I now know it's over there. So that was number 2. Coming up the bale, number 3. We all can count, right? So this is 3 and 4. Is there a bale up here? There is not. Three and 4. Oh, I see 5, 6, and 7. So there is another one somewhere. Interesting enough, they give us the option to have... we got the same make baler and wrapper. So on the wrapper we can have the implement that tips the bales over, but not on the baler itself, only on the wrapper. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The one on the side of the road is number 7. So there is a 8th bale somewhere. It's like an Easter egg hunt every time I mow the grass right now. Sometimes with bales, they do hide pretty good. But if you go high up in the sky, if you can't find them, the bushes won't render in, but the bales do, and you can see them. Oh, there it is. I see it. I see ya. The tree stopped you. Hopefully the tree stops me as well. It's going to pick it up in here somewhere. Not quite lined up enough. I think the rocks, there might be an invisible rock there I'm climbing up and over. Alright, this is going well. Alright, we'll swing back around and try to get it again. You can see the tractor is climbing up over, I think, an invisible rock. I'm going to make sure that this drops off in the field. Alright, 8 bales wrapped. Yeah, so if I jump out in the field, nitrogen, it says perfect. It's actually way over fertilized, and the pH value is not the greatest. Actually, the nitrogen right there is bad, but if I go over here, 130 out of, does it say 65? Yeah, 125 out of 65, so way over fertilized. So I don't really need to fertilize it. So we can bring this back to the farm. The Valtra can go back to the farm as well. And in the meantime, we'll pick up the 8 bales, put them on that trailer, and just park it aside and get them ready for next month. So 11:30 in the month of August, those bales will have fermented. We can go sell them. And I think I sold them for $30,000 last time, which was pretty darn good. Better than I thought I would get. And again, silage price does not vary at all in FS25. As I say, it's pretty much the same throughout the seasons. So we don't have to wait until December to sell them. Back in FS15, silage was so overpriced on selling. It was ridiculous. That was between silage and wood. Those two did quite a bit in FS15 for making money. I think I like it better with the silage price being pretty much a baseline price throughout the season, because that way you don't have to hold on to it year around. We sell enough in the wintertime as it is. Alright, into... Yep, the Valtra would be good. We'll bring that back, drop off the front mower. And then the Valtra can go on to the grain trailer, because that is what we're going to need next. But that'll have to wait until August. Again, right now I'm putting all the mowing stuff over here in this part of the farm. Alright, don't need the beacons on anymore. We can turn those off. I said turn those off. There we go. Yeah, the grain trailer is actually in my bunker silo, which one day I hope to use here. I haven't done a whole lot of silage in a kind of a bunker like this, and I want to do chaff silage too. Fire that up, drop off the trailer. I'll put my beacons on because, let's all face it, I'm a hazard no matter where I go. One thing you don't want to do is poke your plastic that you wrap the bale in. In real life, that'd be a big no-no. You have to patch that right up, but since this is a simulator, we don't really have to worry too much about it. Alright, let's have a good day about dropping bales off and such. Yeah, last time I got a good amount of the bales on, then I started knocking them off one at a time. No! No! Alright, and here we go. Just when you think this shouldn't be too bad, it's going to start going like this. Sometimes you got to work like heck to get the bales off pallet forks, and other times, just like there, it just slid right off, no problem whatsoever. Of course, now I got to go ahead and flip this over, and I'm facing the wrong way to flip this over. Try and not knock down road signs. Just because I want to flip over the bale, it's not going to. One way to do it is just to do it like this. Of course, now I can't see my forks. And the sad part is, I'm not even halfway done. That's only 3 of 8. Come up to the top and get this one. There's 4. And there's the lone one way over there. Alright, so the rest of them are all in the field. Not quite all the way on there, but if I tilt the ports back, we'll be fine, right? Tractors always seem to go faster downhill, imagine that. Go grab these 2 up here that are kind of close to one another. Then we'll grab the lone one, and the bales will be off the field and set to sell next month, which we're going to be getting to here very soon. Yeah, the sheep and goats should be okay. We put a bale in their feed trough, so the feed trough is full, and they got a bale that's sitting there, so they should be good. And that'll allow their meadow grass that they have also to regrow. They're going through that quite a bit. We do now have a full pen, so is it 149 total between sheep and goats in there? I've been selling some sheep. I think we've sold 10 in total so far. Of course, at 1,000 apiece. And I think I might keep on doing that cycle for a little bit on the sheep. So no fertilizer for this field. It could use some lime, but I'm not going to lease a lime spreader for one particular field. It doesn't hurt the overall yield. Well, it's not going to show me the expected yield because the grass technically is not growing. It says harvested, so I'll have to wait a month to see exactly what the yield loss will be. I think it's like going to be like only 2%, or actually a total of 4 because I have not rolled the field. That is weird, what that strap is doing. What the heck is going on there? Might restrap that. Is that gonna? Okay, that looks better. That's a little bit better. Turn the beacons off because this is gonna be parked here overnight. I don't want the battery to go dead. And I'll block the entrance to this other farmer's field. Actually, no, there actually is an entrance back there, so I'll pull forward just a bit. The things we do for an imaginary workers, right? Because we know no one's really going to be coming through there. Yeah, so we are pretty much all set. I do need to park the pickup truck a little bit more forward. A couple times when I came back. Oh, look at that. I got done just as the rain hit. It may not look it, but it's technically raining out right now. I can hear it. Oh, I see a couple drops coming on down now. Yeah, so the sale page. Oh, the one thing I was thinking about doing, because I showed you the drill I would like to use. And if I'm going to do that, maybe I should sell the bed darn, because if I'm not going to use it next year, I'm just putting months on it. And the price will devalue itself. Or should I hold on to it? Because if I don't have enough money to buy that drill, it's gonna kill me financially. I think instead of going on in the months, where's my Voltra? I think I will go sell that. Yeah, it's going from a 6 meter up to almost 10 meter wide, so it's a pretty good increase, and the price value isn't that much more if I were to buy these new. I wonder what I can get for this thing. Let's go ahead and unload it here. Getting out a whole bunch of pallets. Alright, I'll meet you down at the store and we'll repair, repaint, and see what I can get for this thing. So I just got to make sure that, I mean, I hate selling something that we kind of need, but as we kind of got just a slight problem that when I use a drill, we don't get weeds, and I kind of need weeds once in a while. Yeah, let's go ahead and repair this for $189, so that's not too bad. The repaint in this game is just ridiculous. $20,154. And then sell it for $84,000. Leaving me with $96,000 in the bank account. So yeah, the repair cost is not... Well, I am running a repair reduction. It's the repaint cost in this game. It's just ridiculous. So most things being fiberglass, I would think, on farming machinery. Yeah, there's going to be some repainting on it. But you would not think it would chip and need repainting as much. Alright, now that that's over and done with, I don't have a direct drill now, but the Stara will be the star on the farm next season, next planting season. Oh, the one thing I did not check though, ooh, I just remember, what was the planting speed of that? 7. And the Bednar was 10. Did I read that right? 7, yeah, 7. So it's slower. Well, that sucks a little bit. That's 11 miles an hour, but again, that does not do... sorry, it does not do fertilizer. I wasn't going to say seed. If it doesn't do seed, that's kind of the purpose of the direct drill. But who knows? Maybe by the time we get to next spring, more mods will come out, and maybe, just maybe, we'll have another option by then. But I've already sold our drill now, so I've made my bed. Now I must lay in it. Speaking of laying in the bed, let's get back to the farm, and we'll hit the snooze button and get on to the month of August. Back at the front porch, getting out of the rain. Let's just have a look-see, because I have not looked at all since I logged back in, but I'm pretty sure our sheep and goats are fine. Everything's looking good there. Production Buildings Bakery actually has flour back into it. It's actually got a good amount of flour. Goat cheese. We are making goat cheese, right? We should be doing so. Yep. Got some more goat's milk. We just brought this stuff on down. We got plenty of oats to get on through. And, of course, this spinnery is also active, right? Yes, it is. All right, so everything's looking good. Sale page, nothing here that we're looking for. But that would be something if I wake up in the morning and that drill I want is for sale. Not that I need it right now. It'll be hard to argue when something is on sale not to grab it when it's like half off. Would be a bit surprised if the Bednar's in there. Nope, nothing that we currently need. Yes, we can see the barley field is ready. Is the wheat field ready as well? Yes, it is. Got a little hail damage in the fields here, but not too bad. So there's that. That grass is still, well, it's still grass. Straw price is dropping slightly, so No big deal there. But let's head on down to the harvester. And we'll get going. Oh, yeah. On the sheep and goats, how are they doing? Meadow grass is almost full. And they should be taken from that bale. Is that bale still there? I'm sure it is by the looks of it. Let me just go up here and we'll have a look. Yep, the grass is regrowing. And yep, we got some pallets. And how much more grass is here? Well, another 2,240 liters, so it's not too bad. Oh, I left the beacons on that. Don't need the beacons on right now. And the harvester. Oh, I do need, not you, but you. Let's get the baler on this. And you are going to follow right behind the combine. And of course, we all know where this barley is going. It's going to the grain mill, make a whole bunch more flour. Make sure automatic drop is still on. Yes, it's still on. Pickup is down. Okay, turn it on. Did I get Francine again? No, we got Frank. He's back there. Combine's good to go, so let's go ahead and turn on the header. And yeah, it should be in swath mode because, well, the last thing we did with it was harvest the oats. Now here comes the barley. Not in the best part of the field, but looks like the yield is better than it was the previous year. It's gone from yellow to green. So I'm sure the dark green's going to go... Well, it looks like it's turning yellow. Why are we slowing down as much as we are? And you should be following behind us, which you are. We are going uphill. Little bit of a struggle. I'll leave the bottom left-hand corner turned on because some people do like to see that. See what the yield is going to be like. It's kind of weird. I got one little patch right here in the corner of yellow in the middle of all that dark green. I wonder if I didn't get some lime or fertilizer there at some point. Yep, so 6 miles an hour, that's the max we're going to get. Barley looks like it's yielding rather well. As you can see, this part of the field, it's at 122-ish, somewhere right around there. Yeah, the Stara equipment, I haven't used a Stara, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but I haven't used one of those pieces of equipment in a long time. A whole bunch of that brand came out in the Mod Hub today. Before we get along this brick wall, I think I'm going to unload that right there. And while it's unloading, I'm actually also going to activate the barley at the grain mill. Because that way I won't be doing it here in just a few moments while we got the tunes going and time-lapsing it. Alright, so we'll go into here, grain mill, barley, activate, and we'll be good to go. Bakery's got a lot of flour into it. How are we doing on bread? $54,000 worth of bread currently, so that's looking good. Goat's milk price is looking really, really good. But of course, we want the goat cheese, and that'll be good in October. I don't think we're actually unloaded, are we? We are. Alrighty. So, I'm guessing about 2 full trailers worth of barley down to the grain mill is what we're going to have. But the more the merrier. Of course, we're going to be making more straw so we can sell some straw. I wonder if I'm going to be making enough straw. Let's see, I made 8,000. No, we're not going to be making enough. I was ready to say, am I going to make enough straw to be able to buy the drill if I wanted to? No, that drill was like 135,000. If I make that much straw, then, boy, I'm going to start planting more and more barley for each year passes. But let's go ahead and get this barley field harvested and done with. Looks like the weather's going to hold out. No rain in the forecast as for now, so it should be a good morning for harvesting this barley. Getting pretty close to having a second full trailer of barley here in just a moment. Wait for the straw to dump on out. That way it's not going on a curve. That way our worker has a better chance of picking it up. As you already seen, we took the first load down to the grain mill. That's why we activated it earlier. But it does seem like the grain mill with the oats alone is making more flour than what the bakery can handle. So now with oats and barley being made into flour, just going to get a backlog of flour. But that's good. That means probably the bakery will be going all the way until Christmas time when we go ahead and sell it. Yeah, this harvester is doing pretty good for what I'm asking for it, with the much bigger header than what we originally had. But yeah, once it starts going slightly uphill, it does not like it too much, as most of my equipment does not. Seem to have the problem on this map, and also New Hope with that steep hill as well. But I mean, New Hope has a steep hill. This is just gradual uphills, but I'm pushing my equipment to the limit, other than the Voltra. So currently on the straw, we had $8,000. We got to be going up there price on straw. We up to $14,000. Plus I'll have $30,000 next month in silage. So by the time we get, oh sorry, not next month, but this month. Yeah, it should be ready this month. We already advanced overnight. So between the straw and the silage, I would have enough money to buy the potato field. Now, I'm not in a rush to buy it, but the sooner I buy it, the sooner I can start prepping it for next season. I mean, I could hold out and see what kind of crop they plant in the next spring before I buy it. But if I do that, then it'll be kind of hard to prep it with lime and fertilizer and all that stuff. So, yeah, just trying to get a better price on the field when it's planted. Probably not going to be ideal for us. Let's go ahead and hide up that mini-map. Although it did look like the yield in this field is better than it was last time. But last time it was canola. And this year it is barley. So maybe the yield's better because of that. Yeah, part of me would not mind in the long run getting a bigger grain trailer. One issue we have, I mean, the Valtra is a 420 horse tractor, and it does not like it going up some of these hills with it. I mean, it does perfectly fine. Just, it's not like it's going zip right up to top speed. It gets there eventually. So getting a bigger grain trailer, if I were to do that, probably need a bigger tractor all in all. But that is way on down the line. And again, we should have plenty of room for all the grain in the grain mill. It holds quite a bit of each individual crop. And since it's got one field of each, should not have a problem. Hold on, we're going to have about 55,000 liters of barley in here in just a second. But I think I can hold 120. For some reason, 120 is the number I got in my head. Okay, so how much can this hold? Grain mill, barley, 144. So it's different across the board, which is kind of weird. 144, 180, 65, 108, 180, 126. I wonder why all the numbers are different. I wonder if they kind of did the ratio of what you would get off of a field, so you can kind of see what yields more or less. Maybe that's the way they did it. I don't know. But it's just kind of weird that they're all, you'd think they'd be all like 125 across the board. And we get back to the harvester, unload with the rest of that's in it. Potatoes are harvested in September and October, are they not? I'm just trying to figure out what that farmer might do. So if they harvest the potatoes, they could put a fall crop into it. And again, I don't plan on planting until the springtime with wheat, barley, and oats, because we can do wheat and barley on the springtime here on Chambergo. That's why I needed that pickup truck as far in as it could be, because I take that corner rather quick sometimes. While this is unloading, let me have a look at when potatoes are harvested. No, that's the wrong button. This is the button we need. Taters. Taters are harvested in August and September, so if I wait another month, actually, they are ready for harvest now. I'm not saying that because I want to buy the field with the potatoes in it and harvest it. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I would just be curious to see if they plant a crop in it for us. Although the one thing that could hurt us is with potatoes, if the game does what it's supposed to do, when they harvest potatoes, this field is going to need to be plowed. So that is a thing. Again, that field's 117,000 to buy, and that's what we're aiming for to get. And yes, I will need the Star Up direct drill next season, but that's next season. But I think that is where I'm going to wrap it up for today. We'll finish up this barley harvest at the beginning of the next episode and move right on over to the wheat. Shouldn't take us too long to get both these fields done. And then probably sell the silage bales, also maybe the straw bales, and we see where we're at. As for the store page, nothing there. And really our fields are pretty much all set, although the coarse nitrogen is looking bad, but the pH value is not looking the best. If I go to there and then to there, yeah, so looking a little on the dim side like myself, so it may need it. Also, I may need to redo the soil sampling as well. Is that getting out of date? I got some out-of-date sampling here, so I might want to do some soil sampling in the fields before I move on. We'll see. Maybe we'll lime the fields too. Liming the fields is not that expensive, except for... No, I don't think I own one on this map. Don't get mixed up with what you own on what map here. Nope, don't own one. Do not own one. Probably better go with a smaller one. I'll have to refill it more, but it'd be a lot cheaper to lease. If I lease it base-wise, we're talking 2,300 compared to almost 4,000, double the price. But I mean, at that point, it might, it's only 2,000, might be worth it to lease that. So yeah, next episode we'll finish up the harvesting and then figure out what I want to do in the fields. Maybe put some lime down, soil sample first, then put the lime down. So that's going to cost us money to do all that. I mean, we got the money, but yeah, I just really would like to buy the other field. But I think we might want to wait in the potato field to see what they might plant into it. Because again, wheat, they could plant wheat. They could plant canola and barley. Those are the crops that they could plant. And I could harvest all those. And I don't mind if they plant canola. So we may wait on that. We'll have to wait and see. But anyways, if you made this far through the video, want to help me out a little bit more, thumbs up button. Yep, thumbs down button. And subscribe notification bell. Did you hit those yet? Because you don't want to miss out more content like this. But yep, that's going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Chambergo. But until then, have a good one.